Night of the Soul, 2 years on. Hello everybody, it's Tom here from The Company Code, author, educator and public speaker. Today I'm going to discuss the dark night of the soul. I've mentioned it in a couple of videos a couple of times, but I feel that now is the time to go a little bit more in depth as to how I felt and what I went through 2 years ago. 2 years ago this month, so we're real enough talking 2 years to the day. So, first and foremost, what is Dark Night of the Soul? Dark Night of the Soul is like a big stage and phase of spiritual depression, which comes about when you're basically becoming a newer version of yourself. Think of it like a snake shedding its skin, but in a way that is quite painful. You're basically having to face all of your shadows, all of your failings, all of your fears and your doubts in one big instance. And my word, let me tell you, it's incredibly difficult and challenging. Many people who are spiritual go through this. It's quite a common thing, to be honest. And at the time, there's all manner of things going through your mind. So I will set the scene for you. So November 2019, on my part-time job, I'm away on a training course. I'm away for a couple of weeks in a different part of England with me and a load of other guys. And of course, at first, you're thinking, away from home, maybe you just don't like where you're staying, maybe there's a bad vibe there. That did cross my mind at first, but this was really happening, and it was happening at a rate that was, as much as it was noticeable and as much as it was strong, it was also like I was trying to avoid it. I was trying to not believe it was more than perhaps what it was, when in fact it was full on everything. As they say with the old phrase, Steve Jobs says that you can only connect the dots like going backwards, and it's true. Now in hindsight, I 100% understand everything I went through. Back then, it made no sense to me at all, and I was questioning my sanity, I've got to be honest, okay? So, we were staying in like the rooms, and literally every day for 2 weeks, I found myself waking up between the hours of 2 and 5 a.m. No particular time as such, but always that early. Now, I am an early riser generally, but for me to be waking up at 2 in the morning with no question and no reason why was really something I had to question, and question strongly. Literally, I would wake up, straight up bolt right out of bed, attentive and alert as if I'd just woke up to get up. When I hadn't woke up to get up, I'd woken up because someone or something was trying to get a message to me. Now on closer inspection, I know what that was and what that is. That was Source trying to contact me. That was the divine trying to get a message to me about my life. At the time, I didn't understand that. I didn't take the time to sit there and meditate and try and find out what it is they wanted to channel through me. I literally turned over and went back to sleep. But literally every day for 2 weeks, I was waking up early. Now some will say, oh, it's just, you can't settle. No, generally, this was the strangest thing ever. So that's the first real big thing that happened. Then I found myself quite physically and mentally tired. Yeah, the course was reasonably intense, but not in a way that I found myself literally flaking out at the end of each day. Like literally exhausted mentally and physically, you know. Literally it wiped out my energy. As I said, this is a form of depression, and obviously depression can do that to you. And then came the more prominent and more difficult feelings that I had afterwards. Feelings of self-doubt, feeling of self-loathing, feelings of completely and utterly I'm not worthy, I'm not worth it, I don't want to be alive. Yes, suicidal thoughts, really strong suicidal thoughts, and no sort of filter. I would tell people I don't want to be alive anymore, I've had enough. And so much so, one of the guys on the course did have to say something to somebody, and if he was here now in front of me, I would shake his hand and say thank you very much, because at that time, God knows what I was going to do. I probably would have gone through with ending my life. Who knows? Thankfully, I didn't. The aftermath of this was me, like, going on to question where I want to go and what I want to do. What it also was as well was a clear indication that I'd changed spiritually and connected to the next level, shall we say. Whereas some would ignore this experience and just put it down to, I don't know, anything but what it was. I went to explore more and more the aspect of this. And now, in hindsight, everything makes sense. From that moment on, obviously I was very concerned about my mental health. I went to get some sort of counselling and therapy. That came back that there was nothing wrong with me at all, and that there was no need to be concerned. I also then decided I would get, more sort of understanding as to what these patterns were. I looked into it a little bit more, found out what Dark Night of the Soul was, and in the time that followed, obviously that was the start of 2020, obviously then lockdown came along, and then from then I met my spiritual leader and Master Sri Akarshna, and I then also met my soul tribe, my soul family, the Wealth Yogi of June 2020 on that course, yeah. These guys I'm still loosely in touch with, but they'd all been through similar experiences. We've all had similar experiences, you know, absolutely. And yeah, definitely, seriously, this situation is incredibly scary, and if you are going through it, I'd thoroughly recommend that you stay calm and just treat it as what it is. It's a process, and it is something that you do come through, and you're better for it, even though at the time you're feeling quite bad. It is a very big kick in the backside for your ego, and if your ego's like got any sort of hold on you, you're going to feel it, because like, I didn't really think I was that egotistical, but yeah, it really did hit me hard. So maybe I am more so than perhaps I thought I was, but that was obviously a different time in my life now. So yes, that's my experience of Dark Night of the Soul 2 years on. And yeah, guys, first video of the week, first of 3. Hope you really enjoyed watching. Thank you all ever so much. I really appreciate your time and your energy spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. First of 3 videos, as I said, put down in the comment section below. Have you experienced the Dark Night of the Soul? How was it for you? What are your takeaways of this? Is there any other things that happened to you that perhaps didn't happen to me, that is not common but could be common to your story? Because obviously everyone's journey is different, everyone's interpretation of that is different too. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below and leave me a thumbs up and a like. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Till then, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. As always, I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. I will be back with my second video in a couple of days' time. Till then, take care of yourselves and bye for now.